Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. Today, we're going to be discussing knowledge workers, and the team members are Ashley Gonzalez, Joshua Sanchez, and Pablo Jesus. You may be wondering, what is this problem about? Well, don't worry, I'm about to explain. This problem examines the growth and representation of female and male knowledge workers, those in fields like engineering, science, and senior management, in the U.S. economy over time, focusing on data from 1983 to 1997. It involves creating mathematical models to represent the number of male and female workers, then calculating the comparing their growth rates to assess trends in gender representation in leadership roles. Based on these trends, the task also include predicting when female representation might equal male representations and researching current data to see if modern figures align with the model's predictions. Ultimately, this analysis aims to evaluate whether this increased presence of women in acknowledged-based roles is progressing as expected.
Now we're going with the mathematical approach. The objective of this project is to analyze historical data of employment by male and female knowledge workers, and project when gender parity might occur in this field. To achieve this, we will apply logarithmic growth and calculus to predict future trends based on the past data of this field. This approach allows us to capture the nuances of growth rates and project a timeline for when might expect equal representation of men and women among knowledge workers, providing insights that could inform policies aimed at accelerating gender equity in the workplace. Now I'm going to explain the methodology we use in this project. First, we identify patterns in gender representation of knowledge workers from 1983 to 1997. Then we apply logarithm equations to model growth over time and track changes in representation for each gender. Then we differentiate equations to compare growth rate from males and female groups and set the equation equal to estimate when gender parity in this field might be achieved.
Some of the recommendations from the study are to expand data analysis beyond 1997, to examine additional factors influencing gender equality, strengthen corporate diversity and inclusion initiatives, monitor and adjust recruitment strategies, and finally, to encourage additional pathways for women in knowledge fields.
Now I'm going to explain the process I made to create the solution of this problem. First, I developed a logarithmic models to track male and female knowledge worker growth and calculate growth rates for the year 2000. This causing and resulting into females having a 0.0375 million workers per year and males having a 0.0313 million workers per year. These also being resulting in years into coming that males will be casually decreasing more and more in coming years. We also have found that female knowledge workers had a higher growth rate than males in the year 2000 and predicted potential gender parity in knowledge workers roles around 2010. Compared prediction with recent traits are that women labor force participation has stabilized at 57 to 58% since the early 2000s and choose the year of 2000 x equal 20 as the reference to project trends beyond the initial dataset of 1983 to 1997 and evaluate near-term growth rates using this year. Some of the key findings we make in doing this project was that the growth rate for female knowledge workers 0.0375 exceeded that of males, that is 0.313 in the year 2000. The model suggests that gender parity among U.S. knowledge workers could have been achieved around 2010, reflecting meaningful progress towards gender equality in high-skill fields. Recent data suggests progress towards closing the gender gap, but full parity hasn't been achieved in some high-skill sectors. Now I'm going to explain the research of current data I made for this project. To test the validity of the assumptions made in 1997 report about a rise in the number of female knowledge workers, current information from the database, such as Bill S, can allow to be collected. Future insights reveal that whereas there had been a significant increase in women participation in knowledge intensive occupations and especially in teaching, health and administrative careers, employment and wage gender gaps persist in certain occupations. Male workforce participation remains on a declining trend and female workforce participation has remained stagnant between 57 and 58% from the year 2000. One can also make changes estimated based on the hindsight of the historical data. The BLS has published in the Women in the Labor Force reports and employment projections down towards in the late 1990s.
In essence, this study highlights the positive trend towards gender equality in knowledge work, suggesting both the progress we've made and the potential continued advancement. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. For organizations, these findings offer practical guidance. By applying these insights, companies can shape their recruitment and development initiatives to reduce any remaining gender disparities. Emphasizing an inclusive environment with equal opportunities for advancement not only promotes a diversity but often fosters innovation and enhances overall performance. Looking ahead, future research could benefit from expanding the data set beyond 1997 to capture long-term trends and confirm if gender parity in knowledge-based professions has truly been achieved. Additionally, examining the impacts of other factors such as governmental policies, corporate diverse programs, and education initiatives would appear a deeper understanding of the forces driving these changes. This trend is especially noticeable in fields like science, technology, engineering, management, aligns with broader scientific changes and movements towards gender equality. The calculated growth rates for the year 2000 even indicates that female knowledge workers were growing at a faster pace than male counterparts, reflecting the influence of social changes that support more opportunities and inclusivity for women. Hello, my name is Joshua Sanchez. To conclude our study of the increase in the male and female knowledge of workers from 1983 to 1997 offers valuable insights in the shifting patterns of gender representations in the American workforce. By simulating growth trends through the logarithmic models, we observe the consistent rise in female representation in knowledge-intensive roles. Our findings reveal a closing gap between male and female knowledge workers, and if these trends continue, female representation could one day equal that male representations in these fields.
Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.